Hi everyone, and welcome to Ship Talk. My name is Nathan, Director of Marketing here at Logistic, where we help companies better monitor, manage, and reduce shipping costs. And today, I am joined by Logistics VP of Operations, Gary. Gary, welcome.
Thank you.
So, I don't know if I prompted you on this, so it's going to be a little bit off the cuff, but today we're going to talk about freight management services. Are you prepared?
I'm prepared.
All right, I knew you were the man for the job. So, freight management services, what does that mean? Can you give us a little bit of insight into what that entails?
Yeah, I'll give you the cliff notes of what freight management services are. Freight management covers a large range of freight management, for lack of a better term. But the services, a third-party freight management service such as ours, a lot of the offerings include rates, meaning helping you secure better rates. It includes managing the actual traffic, the shipments from point A to point B. And very importantly, very often, like in the case of Logistic, it includes technology that helps you self-manage a lot of that, but also gives you visibility to what that freight management group is doing for you. And it can also, and often does, as again in the case of Logistic, includes auditing those freight bills as well.
Thanks for the insight. So you kind of answered this question a little bit. I'll try to reframe it. But why does a business need freight management services? What is maybe one or two of the biggest benefits they get from using a service like a company like Logistic?
Yeah, well, I would say the biggest benefit is that most companies are not in the freight business. They're in the business of managing whatever it is that they built their business to do. Managing freight, however, is a very high cost line item. In a very real sense, can help or hinder their success. So most companies have to make the decision whether they want in-house to become experts at something that they didn't go into business to do, or to outsource that. And companies such as ours exist to give them options for outsourcing, which I believe is the better option.
Yeah, no, it certainly sounds like it. Someone might enter a business and then they have to take on this other workload, right? Something that they don't have an expertise in. So I would imagine that issues arise, therefore they are seeking services such as Logistics. So what are some of the most common issues that Logistics freight management services help to solve?
I think the first and foremost is we apply a level of expertise to something that, if it's managed in-house, lacks that expertise. Again, building an in-house transportation department is a very carefully executed plan. It obviously costs money and time. Whereas hiring a company such as ours to do it for you, there's an instant benefit from that. And those benefits include ensuring that the transportation to your customers is actually happening as it should, that your carriers are doing what you've contracted them to do, that you're paying the rates that you should pay, and that you're not overpaying for those rates. And then in the case of Logistic, you also have a repository of all of your shipment history that you can use to plan next year and beyond.
So you can get just much smarter with the information at your disposal there. All right, so I'm going to play a little role play here. Let's go through a little scenario. So let's say I'm operating my business and I'm just using more and more freight services. I know that there might be a problem, but I haven't identified what that is. I just have this inkling. I need some help here. I don't know what that is. What would be something that could give a business owner or some operations person an indication that something might not be working as well as it could be?
There's two primary areas that would indicate that you might want to look at either your own in-house transportation group or seek outside help. The first is a significant increase of your transportation spend. That can be simply a matter of economics, where transportation is in fact getting more expensive as time moves along, or it could be an indication that something has gone wrong and you're not managing it very well. The other is customer service. You're getting more and more complaints from your customers that the transportation or their goods are not being delivered as they should have been. Typically, that means somewhere in the transportation network, you're falling short.
That's great insight. As always, Gary, thank you for taking the time to share a little bit more on our freight management services here at Logistic.
You're welcome.
For more information on how you can join thousands of businesses currently using Logistic and our freight management services, as it turns out, to manage, monitor, and reduce shipping costs, just visit our website, www.logistic.com, Logistic with a J. Create your free Logistic account today, and I don't know, it takes what, 60 seconds, maybe less, 30 seconds if you're a fast typer?
If that.
Send cost packing. Until next time, take care.